This is the brand new 2021 Magnitude RB34, the only 4x4 bunk model motorhome with washer dryer prep. Now this is built on the newly redesigned 2020 Ford F550 chassis, and there are a ton of awesome new upgrades for the 2021 model year from the interior, exterior, and on the cab itself. Now the RB34 comes in at 35 feet 6 inches long, 12 feet 6 inches tall, and 99 inches wide. The RB34 can sleep 10. It has 6 seat belts with a private rear bedroom, a separate living area, a dry ventilated bathroom, a huge overhead bunk, and a digital touchscreen control panel with smartphone connectivity. Now let's get started. Now what powers this beast is Ford's 6.7 liter Power Stroke V8 turbo diesel engine that is now in its 3rd generation. And Ford added in some pretty awesome upgrades. So when it comes to diesel motors, it's all about the fuel system. So Ford added in a 36,000 PSI fuel injector up from 30,000 in the year prior, which is going to deliver more fuel into the motor, increasing combustion. Now to handle the added power and pressure, Ford added in a stronger engine block, heads, rods, and bearings. They also added in steel pistons, a lot like you would find on Class 7 and 8 trucks. They also redesigned the turbocharger. It's a variable geometry turbocharger. They've changed the vane structure so you get tighter vane side clearances, which will eliminate any air leakage going in. You get increased power ratings. You now have 330 horsepower and 825 pound-feet of torque. Ford also redesigned the grille up front to maximize the airflow going into that turbocharger, which you see right here. The big things here, you get a ton of power, but also this truck can handle 20,500 pounds. So with your 10,000 pound hitch on the back end, you can tow all 10,000 pounds and still be well within your weight ratings. There's also a new 10-speed automatic transmission with selectable drive modes. One of my favorite features to point out about the RB34 is it comes standard with the Ford Advanced Safety Package, which includes lane departure warning and automatic emergency braking. What sets this apart is definitely the drive. There's nothing like this. It is smooth, it's quiet, turns just like a truck. You don't see that front cap when you're driving. The side view mirrors and cameras work phenomenal. I wanted to take it out on the road myself. I actually went about 1,500 miles, and I gotta say, it is a night and day difference with this new chassis. You have so much more power, and that new transmission is a great touch to add in there. Everyone always wonders about fuel economy, and I say no matter really what you're doing, you're gonna get about 9 to 10 miles per gallon. I took it from Indiana down to Kentucky, over through Ohio, and then as I got through PA, as I was monitoring it, I was going 65 miles an hour. Granted, I'm empty, cargo-wise. I got 14.7 miles per gallon. So it is possible to get some pretty good fuel economy on this. Starting up front in the cab itself, you do see the upgraded bumper package right here, which is integrated with the fog lights. But just a really great aggressive look on the front of this cab, and you do have paint protection on the front nose to protect the paint from any rock chips, dirt, and debris. And up top there, you're gonna see the Magnitude logo as well with that automotive windshield in the front cap. Your front cap is a one-piece molded fiberglass front cap, which is gonna be a seamless design, eliminating maintenance and protecting the front area of the motorhome. The Magnitude comes standard on 19.5-inch tires with aluminum wheels. So that's gonna eliminate road noise going up through the chassis. Also, you're gonna have a step up going into the cab as well with an entry light to help you see as you're getting in at night. You have a curved wing wall design right here. It is a fiberglass wing wall, but it's gonna make you more aerodynamic, eliminating any wind drag and also wind noise. But you can see a better look at that front cap, seamless front cap. Now you have side view mirrors that are extended outwards. They're power adjustable, and you get the towing mirror, so no blind spots here, and this is manual fold in. You do have side view cameras, so whenever you engage your blinker, your blind spot's displayed on the rear view mirror. Now, your storage bays are gonna be made out of rotocast plastic, so no mold, no mildew, no rust. If you're hiking all day, you can throw your muddy boots in here, and at the end of your trip, you can wash this area out with a garden hose. It will be very well maintained long term. Also, cargo lights in all of your bays, one touch through the control panel, all the lights go on, and they are on a 20-minute timer, so if you forget you have them on, they'll shut off automatically. You can see your 1800 watt inverter is located right there. It's a Xantrax pure sine wave inverter. And also, all your baggage doors are going to be slam latch and side hinged, so easy open and close. Kind of a higher price point amenity there. Now, all frameless windows throughout. So no seals that'll be breaking down with the elements needing to be replaced with time. It gives you a sharper side profile. You can have them open in the rain, but also you're gonna notice you have an automotive paint package that comes standard. It's a Sikkens automotive paint, so a premium paint. This is your jewel tide, which is your red. You have a silver springs, which is your silver, but you also have the new Grand Falls full body paint, which will be your blue. Now, the construction of this motorhome is a fiberglass exterior, vacuum bonded and laminated onto the aluminum structure. It's insulated with a high density block foam insulation. You have a steel floor, aluminum sidewalls, and an aluminum truss roof with a TPO roof material. So a seamless roof up top. You also have, for all 2021 and newer Magnitudes, the industry's best warranty, which is a 6-year lamination, 12-year structural warranty, transferable to the second owner within 12 months of original purchase, just needs to be inspected annually. Now up top, you are gonna have a 20-foot awning. It is a legless, carefree awning, and one touch through the mobile app or any of the switch panels, you can actually get this awning out. So you can see here, one touch, really easy. No legs coming down the side that you might hit your head on, but you also get the motion sensor on the front of that awning there. So that way, if this does move with a large gust of wind, it will retract back in automatically. And new for the Magnitude that just came out is the new LED awning lights, which are just awesome. They're on the legs itself, so it's gonna light up more of the campsite, but also give you a much better look with the lights. I think they're just sharp as heck. So you can see that awning fully extended. And you can adjust the pitch on this. Just take it to a Thor technician. They can actually adjust it themselves. As you go farther down inside, you are gonna see you got your MORryde logo there. So this chassis is upfitted at MORryde. They build the foundation. It's a flat and level foundation. They also do a lot of stuff, work with the drive shafts, balancing the drive shafts. So here's gonna be your propane tank, 68.2 pounds of propane, filled up at any normal residential propane filling station. You have a 4-point hydraulic leveling system that comes standard. That's the motor for it right there. Very accessible if you ever need to reach it or do any maintenance. You also have an outside entertainment center, which is a 32-inch flat panel TV mounted on a swivel. It's paired with a Bluetooth soundbar to give you a much better quality of sound, but also this TV does pop out, so that way if you have a campsite set up in different directions, everyone get a good field of view, and it is magnetically backed, so you can just pop it right back into place. You have 110 outlets to charge some cell phones or anything, and then obviously right here, your rear tires. You do have a valve stem extender for the inside tire, so that way it makes filling the tire and checking pressure much easier. Always want to maintain your tire pressure. Right here, you're gonna see the rear storage, but you can also see your black and your gray tanks. Those are gonna be elevated above the belt line and fully enclosed, as well with heated. Now the RB34 comes standard with an outside kitchen, which is gonna give you the mini fridge, a sink, finished cabinetry, as well with a pump. So this will fill up with water, and then one touch on the pump shoots it into your gray tank. Right here, this is gonna be your LP quick connect for a gas grill or any other LP appliance. It does have a regulator on it as well. Now going to the back end, you're gonna have a one-piece fiberglass rear cap, which gives you an awesome look on the back end, but also it's gonna protect the back wall, keeping the motorhome protected. Now, obviously the most important part about this, the 10,000 pound hitch. Remember, you can tow all 10,000 pounds. It also has a 1,000 pound tongue rating. You have a 7-pin connector right there, and you have a 4 brake controller in the cab, so that way you control everything really easily. You have LED brake lights, and you do have a ladder going up to the roof, so that way you can do all your yearly maintenance up there. Fully walkable roof. It's a crown roof design, so no dirt and debris will stay up there at all. We're off the sides. It's also UV resistant, non-porous. It'll never break down, never need to be treated, and it actually requires no more maintenance than a fiberglass roof. Also up top there, you're gonna see your rear view camera as well. It's gonna have one-way audio going into the cab, so if you have a spotter, you'll be able to hear them telling you keep coming, and stop. So really convenient in that aspect. And then a large window going into the bedroom areas, allowing a lot of natural light. I gotta say, that's what everyone says with this, is you get so much natural light going into the motorhome itself. Now, as we go around to the driver's side, you're gonna see your rear storage area. There's your power cord right there, but great storage space inside here. As we go a little farther down, you're gonna notice 50 amp connection, cable connection, your rear fuel fill. Now, how your fuel system works is you have 68 gallons of fuel capacity, 28 in the front tank, 40 in the rear tank. They switch over automatically. When you're driving, how it's gonna work is your motor is gonna pull from that front tank first. It's gonna suck about a quarter of the fuel out of there, automatically transfer over to the rear tank, drain all 40 gallons, and switch back to that front tank. Reason being, your generator runs off your front fuel tank, so it wants to leave you some fuel in there. And also the generator shuts off at a quarter of a tank, so that way you never run out of fuel. Now, on the business end of this, here's gonna be your dump station. So you get the swivel head on the actual drain itself. So connect your hose, pull your black first, which is your toilet water, pull your gray, which is your wastewater, and then you have a nice outside shower right here. So that way, if you have a sewer hose or anything, you can clean that off, clean off your dump site with hot water, get it nice and clean. You have your black tank flush right there as well. Remember, this is rotocast material, so if you ever get any drippage, you can just clean all that out and not have to worry about the gunk. City water connection, this is where you put the pressurized water from the campsite, that white hose with the blue label. Other side of your tires. And also you're gonna see the storage right here, just a ton of storage. This is gonna be your furnace right here, 30,000 BTU furnace. Remember, that does get hot when the furnace is running. And then your water heater. It is an on-demand water heater. Girard 3rd generation uses much less LP than a lot of the competition. Big thing with this, just turn it on right here, module in the bathroom, set the temperature to the temperature you want, heats it up to that temperature. Very convenient. I'll give you a nice side look at those windows. Awning toppers do come standard on all of the slide outs. And then your generator. Your generator is a Cummins Onan quiet diesel 6,000 watt generator. Runs all of the appliances on the inside. Has a manual toggle switch right here, but it's controlled through the main panel, multiplex panel on the inside. Great system, runs off the front fuel tank. Big thing with this, you want to use that generator. It's an investment you make in your motorhome. Run it when you're going down the road, have your ACs on, charge up your batteries, really convenient. Also, you got your depth fill right there, so that way you can fill up your depth. And you do have a depth gauge on the digital gauge cluster on the front console, so that way you can actually see your level, and you can also see distance to empty for the depth. Right here's the front fuel, or the front storage area, sorry, but pass-through storage, great storage up front. And that driver's side view camera. And one of the cool things into the cab is you have keyless entry going into the cab. Then you have the entry light. So it's just the driver's side mirrors. Pretty awesome. Nice view of that fiberglass front cap. Now that we're up on the roof here, a few things to point out is the 2021 model year Magnitude now comes standard with a 100 watt solar panel. So you see that right there, that already comes standard from the factory. There's where it plugs in. But also on this roof, you can see that seamless roof design. No seams or holes up on this roof. But you get dual 13.5 roof air conditioners right here. You have your skylight into the shower, your 360 siphons. You got your Winegard Connect 2.0 4G LTE hotspot up front. That's just gonna give you on-the-go Wi-Fi, a secured connection through a VPN. Great if you wanna use finances, you're working on the road, doing some e-learning. Then there's your max air fan vent up front. Now the only maintenance you need to do up here is you have self-leveling lap sealants around your AC's air vents. If you see it dried, cracked, or peeling, just replace the sealant. Really easy to do, just a little maintenance goes a long ways. There you can see that front awning there. Now that we're on the inside here, first thing that stands out right off the bat is that automotive windshield up front in that overhead bunk. Lets in a ton of natural light, whether you're at the base of a mountain, a cool campsite, a racetrack, or you just want to watch the stars at night. You get a great viewing angle up there. You do get the power shade, so that way you can close off that entire window up front. But just a really cool feature to have. But that bunk is actually the lowest and largest front bunk that Thor offers. Really easy to get in and out, and it is removable, so that way you can get in the cab much easier. You get the nice reading lights up there, and then you do have the blue accent lightings on each side, and there is a curtain, so that way you can get some nice privacy up in that front bunk. And you do have the side window there, so that way you can get some more natural light, or just get some better airflow up there. Now, you do have the swivel TV mounted on the bracket, so that way you can swivel it out and get a great viewing angle for the TV. And you're going to notice you get this leatherette sleeper sofa right here, which is an option. The theater seating actually comes in standard. So the option is the sleeper sofa, and that does have 2 seat belts, and you have 2 more seat belts on the dinette. So 4 seat belts total in the house, 2 in the front cab. Now, I said the interior here got completely redesigned, and it did. So you'll notice your cabinetry is all new cabinetry. So this is the Sanibel solid wood cabinetry. Thor went away from the high gloss and put in the satin finished matte look cabinetry. It's all solid wood, hidden hinges on the inside, and the best thing about it is it's just a beautiful look, truthfully. You open it up, you get a ton of storage space on the inside here. No center styling, see the hidden hinges, but all solid wood here. This is your Sanibel, which is your light. Your Regatta is going to be the dark, but it's a really nice look with this new cabinetry here, something very much needed. Again, that sleeper sofa is the option. Theater seating comes in standard. Now, going across from the sleeper sofa is going to be your leatherette booth dinette. So that's going to be your main eating area. Also, work table, if you're doing some work up here, you got a 110 outlet underneath there, so that way you can plug in a laptop. I was just working on there a little bit ago. You do have 2 storage areas underneath each seat, so that way you can have some more storage, which is always a nice plus. But you have seat belts on both sides of that dinette, so that way you get more seat belts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total seat belts. This does drop down into a bed. The table just drops down, and the back cushions go on top of that, giving you a nice sleeping area. And then you do get nice cabinetry up above there as well. Deep cabinets at that. A lot of people use this as a pantry space, but what's even better is this now has a pantry. So being the new bunk model, it was shortened up. So it's a foot shorter than the previous BB35, but has a ton of upgrades on the interior here. But I just want to show you more of that trim, because this is all new trim for the 2021 model year. It's all solid wood trim. Just a beautiful look there. As you go farther down, you're going to go to the kitchen area. You're going to notice all residential appliances, solid surface countertops, and actually new for the 2021 model year is these Thor lightened up the countertops up here. So it's more modern, kind of a really nice white look to it. Has some tans in there as well. But you have the double bowl stainless steel sinks. So one for dirty, one for clean. And then you do get the swivel nozzle right here. So that way you can wash all your dishes easily. Retractable faucet head with hot and cold adjustments and the dual sprayers. Hot and cold right there. You do see your window in the kitchen itself, 110 pop-up outlets, so that way if you got Keurigs or any other appliances you want to get plugged in, you can do that right there. And then you do have the convection and 2 gas burners, so you get the best of both worlds. So gas and electric, really popular since it came out, and new also for the Magnitude is you do have the LED lit countertops right here, which gives you a really sharp look and just a nice little aesthetic there. But something else that's new with the RB34 is you want a place to store your pots and pans, boom. Nice storage area. And then trash can right there. And then you do have the pop-up extension for more counter space. And then your microwave is going to be a contour residential convection microwave, so it does everything an oven does. Nice feature to have. It's very large as well, stainless steel, which is a beautiful look. Then right next to that, you are going to have more cabinetry space up top. You can see where your microwave is plugged in. You get a nice 110 outlet there. And then you actually get the solid tile backsplash, which you see right there. Switch panel, Bluetooth to the main multiplex controls. Up above, you want some ventilation. You have the fantastic fan right there. It has different speeds on it, so that way you can change the speed, and has the vent up top as well. Going over to the other side of the kitchen, this is going to be your GE residential refrigerator. Now, this is going to be a very large refrigerator. It runs off 110, so it is connected to the inverter. So you can have that inverter running while you're going down the road. It's also hooked up with, your house batteries are hooked up with the solar, so that way you can keep that solar charging your batteries, so that way you can use that inverter longer, keeping your fridge running longer. And your freezer does have an ice maker up top and large area in the refrigerator itself. Nice pull-out drawers. But I gotta say, the biggest thing about this is definitely the pantry space. So, 1, 2 large cabinets, great for any cereal boxes, whatever you got, but you get 5 drawers, very deep drawers right here as well. So nice storage area for all of your food and other items. Then obviously being the bunk model, this is going to be your bunk right here. You get 2 bunks, and you do have these solid doors to close it off. They got rid of the curtains and put in the solid doors, which is a really sharp look. But if you don't want the bunks, you don't need them because they are collapsible. So it's a collapsible bunk with a hanging rod right there. So if you want to use more, need more closet space, just drop down the bunk and you can use this to hang your clothes. So if you don't need a bunk model, you just get a huge closet, which is an awesome feature to point out. And one thing you're going to notice is there's no longer any TVs in the bunks. So what people are starting to realize in the RV industry is kids are not using these TVs. They're always on their tablets. So Thor put in tablet holders for iPads, iPhones, whatever it is. So that way they can just put it up right there. Real plain and simple. You do have cable connection there, 110, and USB outlets. So that way you can keep your tablets charged. And same thing for the bottom bunk. But a ton of space. I mean, I'm 6 foot. I fit in here. It's nice and cozy. You get lights in each bunk as well. I'll show you what it looks like when it is closed off. Got one. Sorry for the crappy camera work. Nice and easy. Nice closed off bunk area. 1, give you privacy, or 2, hide away your clothes. Now, as we go into the back bedroom, you're gonna notice you have a very large walk-around queen-size bed. Just a beautiful design to it. You do get the nice headboard behind the bed as well. So a nice design here. You get the nightstands on both sides of the bed. You get a window right here, as well with the window on the back end, giving you a lot of natural light. And then a lot of storage space up on top of the bed. You do have your reading lights right there, and then there is your temperature sensor in between those 2 lights for your auto gen start. You do have the privacy curtains back here as well, but you're gonna notice you have 110 and USB outlets. Also your radio controls are right there. You get a nice storage space on that nightstand, and same thing on the other side of the bed. You're gonna have USB and 110 outlets, but you're also gonna have your nice storage area inside here. And you do have the privacy curtains, so that way you can close this off nice and easy. And all your ACs, they're roof ventilated air conditioners, so if you don't want the AC running in the bedroom, you can just turn on the front AC, channel all the vents back here. It's nice and simple. But now going to the biggest feature of the day, the washer dryer prep. So here you see the louvered doors, dead giveaway for washer dryer prep. So right there is what it looks like. If you don't want the washer dryer prep, you got more storage space. So right here you got a nice area to hang your clothes. You got a nice light inside here. And behind that panel right there is where the plumbing is going to be to connect your washer dryer combo unit. You also have the 110 outlet in there as well. But huge feature to have. Everyone was asking for it. Thor finally put it in. So they listen to their customers. Customers wanted a bunk model that is a 4x4 with washer dryer prep, updated cabinetry, new interior look, new vinyl flooring, new countertops, new upholstery, lightened up upholstery. So, I mean, they listen. Also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pull-out drawers. So that way you get a lot more storage space for any large items, clothes, underwear, or just storage. Really convenient to have. Then you do have the 110 and USB outlet right there. Then coming over to this side, you do have the 32-inch flat panel TV, which does open up for more storage behind it. So if you do have a DVD player, PlayStation, Xbox, you mount it in here and plug it directly into the TV. You do have 110 cable in there as well. Now going into the bathroom. The bathroom is going to have a solid shower door, so you're not going to get stuck to the shower curtain, which is nice, but it's a very spacious shower. You do have the lock on it, so when you're driving down the road, the doors aren't slamming open. But nice stainless steel shower head and a large skylight, so that way you can fit in here. And we fit some large guys in here all the time. Very comfortable shower area. Going around here, you are going to have your water heater controls. That's where you set your temperature. The red button is just the on. And then as you go down, you are going to see your porcelain toilet with the foot flush located right there. Halfway to allow water to go in, push the flush all the way down, drains it. And you can see cabinetry on top of the toilet. You can see the air vent. So you have a fully ventilated bathroom because you have air in, air out, and heat in. There you can see your AC inlet right there. Then your nice medicine cabinet does open up so you can store your toiletry items inside here. And you do have 360 siphons ventilating all of your black tanks, not allowing any air, sewage air or gases to come up through your P-traps. Nice stainless steel sink, 110 outlet. You got one of your switch panels right there, and then more storage. And your water filter is located right there, so easy access to get it and change the filter when needed. I told you there was a furnace return. There's your furnace right down there. That's where the hot air comes into the bathroom. So that way you're not on the toilet and getting hot or getting cold. My apologies. Also, so I just wanted to point out all the new changes. The new RB34, shorter by a foot. You gain washer dryer prep, new bunk design, new pantry. You also get the new upholstery color, which is just a lightened up color, new cabinetry, satin finish cabinetry, new countertops, new vinyl flooring, LED lit countertops. So a ton of new changes with the Magnitude, and it really just pops. I gotta say, Thor hit it out of the park here. Now just pointing out your main controls, you got your main power switch on the left, which is that red light. Whenever you turn that on whenever you're using the motorhome. Also when that's on, you're also gonna be charging the batteries when you're driving down the road. You're plugged in, your generator's on, or you're also going to be charging it from your solar panel up on the roof. The next one right there is going to be your Xantrex 1800 watt inverter controls. So you just turn that on. You're going to convert 12 volt power to 110, allowing you to turn that refrigerator on, outlets inside the bedroom, and so on. This is going to be your 10 amp solar controller. So it's got 10 gauge wiring going down to your battery bank, which is below the stairs right here. And then you have 10 gauge wiring going up to the plugs on your roof, and then your 100 watt solar panels plugged into those plugs up top. And you do have mounting and plugs for one more panel. If you want more solar, all you need to do is pop off this controller, put like a 30 amp controller on. If you want to get really into it, you can rewire it, just put some more 10 gauge wiring in there. Really easy to do yourself, just any generic 10 gauge wiring will do. Just want to go over how to operate the slide system. To do so, have the ignition on, parking brake engaged. Then you go to your slide page, and then you just hit extend. Thor uses the Schwintek slide system, so it's two motors, they run independently. Just hold the button the entire time while it's going out and while it's going in. If you ever stop halfway, you just need to resynchronize the motors. And to do so, you just hit the extend and retract button 6 times, hold it on the 6th, let it run all the way out or all the way in, and the motors will run a full cycle resynchronizing. Also hold that button another 3 to 5 seconds after it fully extends or retracts to make sure it goes all the way out. You also get auto gen start, which turns on or off your generator based on time, temperature, or voltage. It's all preset from the factory right there. So your home screen with main light buttons, tank levels, generator, chassis batteries, individual lighting areas, fans, slides, ACs. You got dual 13.5 ACs controlled independently. So you just want to turn it on, hit cool, it'll cool it down. Remember, the motorhome will only cool down 15 degrees colder than the ambient temperature outside. If it's hot as heck, take proper precautions to cool down the motorhome. cool it down the night before while you're driving to your campsite or the morning of. If you try to cool it down when it's 100 degrees outside, you are not going to cool it down. You're going to run those ACs on full blast until the coils freeze up, and you're going to be blowing out hot air, being pretty miserable. So taking some proper precautions goes a very long ways. Right here, settings page, go to the mobile app. You can connect your cell phone to the Vega Touch Mirror app. Really convenient, control everything from your cell phone, get your slides out, awnings, pretty awesome. Now in the cab itself, your cockpit seat is going to be power adjustable, and you do have the lumbar support. The back is manual. Now you do have the all-weather floor liners, so that way you can keep it clean up here. And you do have the power adjustable pedals, so that way if you got short legs, long legs, you can make it fit a little bit more comfy. You do have your emergency brake right there, and then you do have the auto headlights right there. And then right here, that's going to be your emergency start. So that bridges the power between your chassis battery and your house batteries, so that way if you ever need to jump on, you can do so easily. You got your fog light controls right there. Then going over to the door, you are going to have your mirror adjustments and your window controls, your locks. But it is the XLT package in the cab. Thor does wrap the seats themselves to match the upholstery on the inside of the cab. So you can see the new upholstery. Then obviously we got to get this motor started so you can hear it. Now checking out the gauge cluster, there's a lot of different things you can mess around with. You go to display mode, you can see your engine air filter, oil life, you can see your def gauge, you can see the empty full status, and then the range, 2,750 miles. You can go down, see distance to empty, you can see both your fuel tank levels, and then you have a kind of overall view up above there. Digital speedometer, engine hours, temperatures, lane keeping assist. You can also see your fuel economy, towing, off-road, and kind of look at your degrees of angle and everything. So a lot to kind of mess around with. You can go in your settings and everything. Left side of the steering wheel, that's going to be the controls for the gauge cluster. Cruise control settings. On the right side here, that's going to be controls for your multimedia. You got the push to talk, so if you have Apple CarPlay going or Android Auto, hit this button, works through Siri on your phone, tell it to take you somewhere through GPS, tell it to play a certain song. It's all hands-free, which is really convenient. You got the mute button. Make a call, end a call. And what I really like about the steering wheel is I like to hold them right here, so that way you get a nice angle, your arm doesn't get tired. But going over here, you're going to notice you do have the forward shift on the fly, so two-wheel high, four-wheel low. You also have the forward brake controller right below there, and you have great climate controls. They're really easy to grab and kind of change while you're driving down the road. And you do have nice large volume adjustments here, multimedia, and then this is the Ford Sync 3 system. So it is a great system to use. I absolutely love it. It's got Ford Maps in there, Sirius XM, Bluetooth connectivity, but also it has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So if you plug your phone into the USB port right down there, and you also see a 12-volt outlet down there, and then you also have that the new cord that Apple's kind of going to as well. You can actually have your phone up here, your Apple Maps, Google Maps, Waze. If you have an RV specific GPS you like to use, you have your own music, make your own calls. It's a great system to use. Right here, that's going to be your engine brake, which works through the turbocharger right there. It has two different settings. It has on, automatic, and then off. You got your traction control, obviously your hazard lights, lane keeping assist. The cab itself also has 12-volt and 110, has its own inverter inside the cab itself, and then nice storage on the right side there. And then up above here, that's going to be the LED monitor that's showing your backup and side view cameras. So right there, you get a great view of everything behind you. Hit your blinker, your blind spot shown, so that way, got the baggage door open. See if we can go this way. Yeah, baggage door's open over there too. But it gives you a good view. One-way audio on the back side there. Also, you get nice cup holders inside the cab here. So that way you can store your drinks, store your cell phone right there. And then you do get a nice armrest on each chair as well, which makes it very comfortable. Right there, boom. And then up top here, you do have the auxiliary switches Ford adds in. So if you want to add like a winch, a strobe light, something of that nature, it's all pre-wired up there. And then those are those alarm sensors. Ford puts those in all F-Series trucks. If you have the vehicle locked and you have those sensors on, if somebody's moving around in the motorhome, when the cab is locked or somebody reaches in the window, the alarm will go off. So to deactivate that, whenever you take the keys out of the ignition and turn off the motor, it's going to ask you all sensors, perimeter sensing. Perimeter sensing turns off those sensors up top. Now, if you liked what you saw here today, like this video and subscribe to my channel. So whenever I do come out with a new video, you'll get notified and you can stay up to date. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.